18 years after the events of September 11, 2001, the annual commemorations and memorials continue. While many may never forget that day, adults coming of age today have no first-hand memory of the tragedy.
From stories that my mother told me, she told me that a lot happened. There was smoke everywhere. There was a lot of panic. There was people going inside the building, outside of the building. And at the time, there had been a plane that flew in, and it was booming all over the news.
My dad told me that when he was living in the building, he lives like a couple blocks away from the World Trade Center, and he was like in the roof of his building, and he saw the building from far away, like a plane flew by and hit it, and heard the explosion.
He wasn't born when 9/11 came along, but I had two other kids that were born, and we were just talking, my husband and I talk about it every year. But we always talk about where we were, what happened, how it impacted us.
How is this history being preserved and passed on to future generations? On Monday, September 9th, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a new law requiring public schools to observe a moment of silence in honor of the anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks.
I think it's a good law. It's nothing wrong with it. I guess it's like to let people know like what happened and to like just remind us that we still here and like people like passed away from 9/11.
I think anything that, just talks about the event, points people in that direction, gets people to look into it, I think is a good thing.
I think it's important, and I think, it's only right for those who lost their loved ones.
I'm for a moment of silence. I mean, more meditation, the better. If we actually just stop and have a moment of silence to actually be with our thoughts and try to quiet our mind and actually feel things through, that's important for children especially.
When it happened, I was 5 years old at the time, and I remember it, but there are a lot of people younger than me that don't remember it, so I think it's an honorable thing to do.